and movie. Sit ahead. Don't ask her late, 'cause she'll say, I haven't seen it.
Welcome to the Haven't Seen It podcast. This is the podcast where we bring people on the show, we get them really drunk, and they tell me about a movie that I've never seen before. Oh, I'm Alenka Zach.
And I'm Will, and something wrong with your hair there, Alenka? What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. Yours looks great.
Oh,
by
thank
the
you.
way.
Thank you. I just got a haircut yesterday, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. It was really nice, yeah.
Yeah, I will take
Yeah.
compliments now.
Zach, how's your hair doing?
Oh,
Oh, hey. Thanks for joining.
right.
What was the question?
And, of course, Zach isn't listening, which
Right.
we can expect from him.
On brand.
Welcome back, Zach. Thank you for joining us with your guitar once again.
Right.
No problem.
If you want to follow Zach, you can follow him at Zach Parson Music
What?
on Instagram.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay, we did not get the approval, but that's fine. I guess don't do that then. Disregard.
No, I know. I
Where'd
just
the S
liked,
go?
I liked how he got mad that I forgot the S on his last name, so I'm just keeping it that way.
Isn't
so.
that's me now? Okay. That'll be my
Yeah.
stage name.
Zach Parson. Yeah, it's so much more edgier.
Born Zach Parsons.
Yeah, your wiki bio
Yeah.
will have that bracket, born Zach Parsons.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Well, we have someone really special on the show tonight. She is an actress and comedian and the co-host of the 30 Going on 13 podcast. We have Maddie Foley. Welcome.
Oh my gosh, hi, I'm here. This is great.
Yes, you are
wow. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
You guys look great. It's so
Thank
it's
you.
so nice to see people when you're doing a podcast
I know.
and not just hear them through your ears. It's
Yeah.
great.
Do you usually do kind of like audio, or you don't really have guests on your podcast, though? do
We've
you?
never had a guest on our podcast ever. We do over Zoom, like full blown professionals, and I usually have 9 million windows in front of my part, like Olivia's face. So it's sort of like just listening, like fully an audio medium. It's about as bare bones as a podcast can get.
right.
Yeah.
Which is ultimately how it's going to be listened to for the most
It's all
part.
about
you
that
think?
sweet, sweet
And
content.
I mean, yeah.
I
All
know that-
audio, baby.
I feel like people love the video though now. Like
Yeah.
all the like cool hot teens, like the hype
Yeah.
house teens, they all do video.
That's true. Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm talking
TikTok
about.
Cool hot teens.
Yeah.
I have TikToks. I feel like I'm like young and cool.
I know. It brings me such false hope sometimes. I constantly delete and reload the app.
Okay. Well,
Should
it's
I-
addictive.
I was gonna say, should I take my shirt off and sing a song about Jake Paul, or is that?
I don't know
Okay,
if
right
that's
out the
relevant
gate.
anymore.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, we have a TikTok too, and the reason I got it was like, oh, look at all these people. The people I know who aren't even like in the media business have like millions of
right.
views, and I'm like, that's how we're gonna get it. And still, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. but
No, genuinely, don't get me started on like lawyers using TikTok, like doctors. It's like
Yeah.
you're already so professional, so loved, so respected. Get off entertainment
Get
TikTok.
it off.
You don't need to be here.
Yeah, this is
This is where
our
like,
zone.
yeah, this is where
Right.
losers like me come to like post a video and like hope it goes viral. It's like all I have.
I
So like
know.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You're already so well loved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's true.
And you make a lot of money. generally.
Right.
Well,
You
I
don't
wasn't gonna go
need
there,
it.
but
We need it.
Even though I don't know how you make money off TikTok other than
Oh,
sponsorship, I guess. But
no idea.
No.
Like truly no idea how it works. Do you guys have a podcast one where you post videos?
yeah. Last time I posted was a couple months ago. I
Yeah.
need to get back on it.
Do you get full blown bullied by teens like I do?
No, not yet. No, because I don't think we're hopping on the trends
No.
hard enough.
Okay,
I- this is
you
my
know
concern,
because
too.
you're on it, so you know all the marketing trends. They go like 6 days
Oh
and they're
yeah,
done.
that's it. I just
We
Yeah.
need dance
do all the
breaks on these
hashtags.
podcasts now.
Yeah, like I hashtag that PC Insiders report, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, right. Like,
shit.
this is how you get views.
This is still it.
Honestly, it's above my pay grade, which is nothing because I'm
Right.
fully self-employed. But at the same time, I feel like it's a useful tool, but I'm posting stuff getting bullied by teens, getting like 2 likes on everything, and I'm like, no, one day we're gonna pop off.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna specifically go back to those accounts and be like, boom.
Look at me now.
Okay, well,
That's the
Zoomer
that's sort of
bitches.
what motivates me. So
Well, I mean, you are an expert in this field, which is, coming of
Coming of
age
age.
stories of women.
yeah. Well,
What
Yeah,
are we talking about tonight?
okay. Well, tonight we're talking about a little flick, a little ditty called 16 Candles. I've been calling it Sweet 16 all weekend to my
Oh.
partner. Don't know why. It's 16 Candles. This is a flick that I chose to do on this podcast because I was like, you know what? It's 80s, it's coming of age. It's like similar to what we do, which is like 90s, 2000s coming of age high school flicks. Rewatching this after not having seen it for like 15 years. Wow. Oh,
man.
capital W O W.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very excited.
Jaw
And-
on floor.
Plus sign yikes as well. Yeah.
The emoji that's going
Yeah.
with that emoji because this is
no.
it's a journey to go on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
A
I didn't,
sociocultural journey.
when listeners will not know this because it's private information, but this podcast episode has been in the works for months. We originally scheduled it, things happened, and we didn't get to do it. So I
Life
watched this movie for I think the first time, like
Back then.
back in like last June or whatever it was,
Same.
and I was like yeah, it's John Hughes, like Breakfast Club is great. It's not like it didn't age well. I feel like Breakfast Club is quite
Yeah,
yeah.
Breakfast Club has like little tiny moments where you go "Ee," and
Yeah.
but then you kind of skirt by them. This
Movie is like it's like every 2 seconds there's a moment you're like, ooh.
Okay, this one I was like lighthearted fun, like coming of age, this will be great. Watching it was like I felt like I was doing something wrong. I felt like someone was gonna come throw me in a jail cell. It's pretty brutal. There's like a dark shadow of like racism, sexism, insane, just like inappropriate, like oh my god, like the words that were tossing around. Some of the themes were tossing around, and I was like, oh my god, these people are gonna fucking hate me for making them talk about this movie.
No, those are the juiciest
ones we
ones.
like.
It's
the ones that did not age well.
Yeah.
Like it honestly, it's to the point, I don't know if you found this, but it's like to the point where it's like I don't think I'd watch this on my own and enjoy it. Like, you know how people are like, oh, I have comfort movies. Like this would never be a comfort
Right.
movie.
I'm side-eyeing if this is your comfort movie.
Totally. Like if you're like, I love John Hughes, like 16, it's like, I actually don't know if I want to introduce you to my family.
You
Like,
gotta pop in Breakfast Club or Home Alone.
agree. Yeah. So that's sort of like just to like set everyone up. Like, that's where I'm sitting with
That's
this.
where she stands. Now we know.
Yes.
No hate. Teens.
Well,
Stop hating me, teens, please.
Please,
Begging you.
Lenka, based on that little conversation, what do you think happens in this movie?
I'm so nervous. Okay, so it's Molly Ringwald.
Yeah, nailed it.
And I'm so nervous. I'm pretty positive that I may have seen glimpses of Pretty in Pink. So I think I'm going to get some of that flavor in here because I'm not sure what happens. She's turning 16, baby. And she doesn't get to do shit in her house. It's a daddy-run house. And
Daddy runs
the house. And she doesn't get to do piss. So she's mad. She's like, I'm 16. I should be able to go to the parties. I should be able to smoke the saggies and be able to date some guy. And eventually, she does date this person. And I know that they have a little moment over a cake.
Oh my
and then
god.
they have sex, maybe.
Just a moment.
Fucking the cake.
They have
moment.
a cake
on the
moment.
cake.
They have, I believe they have some sort of content, sexual or otherwise,
Charged.
over the cake. And it's hot. It's hot for an 80s
Whoa,
movie.
okay.
And then Dad gets pissed, and he's like, "You're not
Okay, it doesn't
coming
end there.
into my house." Yeah, and then she gets kicked to the curb, and she's homeless. But
Okay,
that's what life was like in the 80s. So
honestly,
yeah.
that would have been actually a better, easier pill to swallow.
So
Yeah.
scared.
That feels like it has more lessons in it.
That,
know?
yeah, less to
I'm
go wrong
nervous.
there.
I'm nervous.
The two major issues of the 80s: daddy issues and sex on cakes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think going to parties at 16 and having daddy issues was all relevant in the 80s.
Totally. Honestly, in the 2000s, in the 90s, now, I
Right.
think it's like a
the
running
future.
theme. In the
Yeah.
future, like forever and ever.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. Except it's
okay.
going to be zaddy issues now.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. And they're all doing Xanax and friggin' loving life and lean. I don't know. I feel like that's an old school thing. Do you guys know what lean is?
Lean. Is that like a drug?
I think,
Oh, isn't that the drink?
yes. I
Yeah.
think it's cough syrup with Sprite. I don't know. Am I cool as hell for knowing that?
Totally. Well, that's such a coincidence. That's what we're drinking tonight now.
No.
Tonight's drink of the night is lean.
Lean. No, tonight's
Back to back.
drink
Cool tunes.
I am calling Make a Wish.
I'm so scared.
And this is it right here. We're both drinking it. It's got it's kind of hard to see. There we go. But it's got Amaretto. It's supposed to have creme de cacao white,
Sure.
but I couldn't find that. So I put triple sec in there, as well as a
Not
little bit
even
of
the same.
vodka.
Not even close.
No.
It's not the
Nowhere
same,
near.
but that's what I also had. I've got a little bit of vodka, and then I've filled it up with some oat milk, and then topped it with
good.
coconut whipped cream
Coconut
for
whip.
this dairy-free bitch over here.
Toronto
This is
lady.
yummy. We love it.
Yeah, and then some sprinkles on top, some nice sprinkles. So it's pretty delicious, I think.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
So
I don't ever taste test these before I make them, so it's just throwing shit in a cup.
Most of
and
the time
hoping
it's
for
a
the
miss.
best.
but this
You
one
got
was
it.
a hit.
You got to do that Food Network thing where no matter how bad the bite is, it's a big smile after. Yeah, you got it. Okay, that was really good. You should do a
Good.
food show.
I should, yeah.
Try
Yeah,
it.
I'll just be like the new drink guy on like the Marilyn Dennis show or something like that.
The drink guy on the Marilyn Dennis
I'd
show.
love to be one of those guys.
That feels like an attainable goal.
I had for my drink. No, I just tasted it and I was like,
And this is
whoa.
where Zach features local breweries.
I don't even know if this is local, but it was in my fridge and I figured it was thematically appropriate. It's an ice cream stout. Neapolitan ice
I
cream.
just had that recently. Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
delicious. Yeah,
I
Wow.
love
from
that.
Wax
Like
Craft, which
birthday cake candles.
sponsor us.
Perfect.
Ice cream.
And me over here, well, I'm drinking a tea, but I did have a Aurora Drift gummy, and it was a pinkish colored S, and so that's the connection, pretty in pink, and then actually just 16 candles.
Right.
So actually that's appropriate for me to do too.
I get it.
My lips are
I see
so
the
dry, but
connection.
we're good.
Here we go. Well, I hope you have a big glass of water.
And
I'm great.
I'm going to be
We'll be on different
doing
levels,
weird
but
things
we're
with
good.
the xylophone in a few minutes.
Well, yeah, we might as well get to it.
I'm scared.
Hope you're ready, locked in. Maddie, how does this movie start?
Wow. Well, this little ditty, we start off with, okay, a busy family, none other than a busy family. We're hustling, we're bustling, we're running around. We've got a single bathroom seemingly.
Yeah, one
Okay.
bathroom in this giant house. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
Also, okay,
80s, it was a different time.
Yeah.
I'm such a freak for real estate right now, obviously, because it's maybe the most unattainable thing in our lives.
I know.
And I'm looking at this house. It looks like it's like a brownstone, like a vertical home, because they have so many stairs, but they're in the suburbs.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
Does that freak you
Is it a
out
new
and make
it's
you
a
build?
little
mad?
bit.
Is
Yeah,
it a
you're
new
like
build?
utilize the space more.
Well, why are we going so vertical? No, it's not new build. It's like old school 80s, like closed. like closed concept and full blown vertical. It's not like a big suburban like
Someone needs
house.
to figure it out.
It makes me so
Figure
mad.
It out.
It looks like
People.
it looks like they're filming in New York City. That's all I want to say. And so,
Right.
but they're not. And so
Which we like
we've got a busy family. They're hustling, they're bustling. Kids got to go to school. We've got a little brother. He's a shithead. We've got a little
He
sister.
also says like, what is? I can't remember the line exactly, but
Oh,
he says some inappropriate shit about his older sister. That's like,
this child is a sexual
How-
deviant.
yes,
How old is
exactly.
he? How old is the kid?
Put him at a 10 and 11. And he's coming out hot with like a period joke to his sis. He's coming out hot with like a boob joke about her boobs growing. He's obsessed with her sexual development. The
How
dad,
old is she? Is this
Okay.
Molly?
she's just turned 16 because it's her birthday.
Molly.
Her little sister's in like a weird like little prairie nightgown. The mom's there, the dad's there. We're fighting over one bathroom. And the dad, we've got an older sister. She's about to get married. Guess what?
Mhm.
And she's going in the bathroom day before her wedding. Okay, she's got her period. She's menstruating. And so dad closes the door and little brother says, "Dad, she's got her period." This is the joke. I just remembered. He goes, "Dad, she's got her period. What do you think that honeymoon's gonna be like?"
Oh my god,
I'm sorry.
that's what it was.
I'm
Jesus
so-
Christ.
That's what
I'm
this
sorry.
10-year-old says?
Yeah.
Yo,
10-year-old.
10 years
To
old,
his
you don't
dad
know.
about his sister.
You don't know.
Confidently.
That family-
You
He's too
don't
close.
know. Yeah.
Like he's so confident too. He's like, what do you think? And the dad goes, "Where did you learn that?"
From
Kid go-
you.
Dad
What a
loves
weird bro
Probably,
moment to have with
probably.
your dad at 10 years old.
the dad is he is so proud of his son for saying this. He
No.
goes, "Where did you learn that?" Kid goes, "At school." Dad goes, "I guess I'm getting my money's worth." Fist pump bro moment.
Yeah.
So nervous.
So
Oh.
that's like the opening.
That's the
2
cold
minutes.
open.
Yeah. That's a little less worse than, well, no, it's pretty much the same. But I thought he said something along the lines of referring to the fiance, like, I guess he's not getting any or something like that.
Oh
That's
my
what I
God.
thought he said in my head,
Honestly.
but I was like,
No,
it's kinda
This
the same.
spoon is moving forward every point I want to make. This is my double microphone now. This is rude.
It's brutal. And this is honestly the most digestible of it all. No,
Zach,
it's-
what do you have
But
to say
like,
about that?
is this played for laughs though? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
supposed
it's
to be-
You're supposed to laugh.
giggles. We are
Yeah,
loving
yeah.
it.
Oh
It's
my
funny.
God.
Yeah.
It's
Zach, sing about this.
Oh,
Sing about this
shit.
child.
Fuck me.
A brother being
Uh,
a brother being really just like obsessed with like being a pervert, sister's sexual health.
Go.
those are your notes.
At 10 years old, yeah. Not doing what he's told. He's spying on his sister. Who's he gonna miss her? No, 'cause she's how does he know she's on a period?
Honestly
true. He's got some issues.
I want this song
Yeah.
put out next
Don't
week.
be
It's
right now.
groovy.
That was nice. Thank you
I
so
thought you
much.
said, I thought you said
He's never
shoes.
come out of the gates like that before, you guys.
No.
This is gonna be a hot ep.
This guy,
What
hot
about
app.
was that better than what was that Blood Bag Boy or whatever?
I don't know,
That one,
No.
the
but you
classic?
always take some
Wow,
time to
Baby
warm
Boy?
up. This, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Blood Bag Boy sounds really good though too.
It's also a bop.
So yeah, house is crazy.
House
'cause
is
the
a rockin'.
wedding's tomorrow, and
Wow.
that's when we do meet Molly Wingwald.
Molly Wingwald.
Molly Wingwald.
Wally Wingwald. And her name in this movie. Why am I forgetting it? What is her name?
Molly.
Why am I forgetting?
What
it?
is her
I'm trying to
freaking
remember.
name?
just said
Claire?
it.
Claire?
That sounds
is
right,
it
that sounds
Claire?
right.
I believe
Is it
it's
Claire? Okay.
I believe
I
it's
know from the
Claire.
Family Guy episode.
She's in her bedroom. She's got one of those like single beds from the 80s with the white freaking thing.
Samantha. No, it's Samantha. It's Sam.
No.
Sam.
Yeah.
Who is
Who's
Claire?
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 Who is Claire? Fuck, no
there's
one's
no Claire in this
There's
movie.
no
Claire
Claire.
Danes?
Oh, isn't she Claire in Breakfast Club? That's her name in Breakfast
Oh
Club.
shit, she is.
Yeah.
can
So
call
same
her.
day.
Okay, that's fair. She's Sam. She's turning 16. She's doing the worst phone acting you've ever seen. She's on the phone and she's going, oh, it's my birthday. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. My boobs are so small. This sucks. Terrible, terrible. Then she sits down on her bed and she's like, blah, I have to go see my parents. They're going to freaking go crazy because it's my 16th birthday. Cut to downstairs. Everyone's kind of still hustling and bustling. And guess what? We forgot the birthday.
They
No.
forgot.
They fully forgot the birthday.
How like wealthy are we reading this family?
Okay, that's why I'm confused because if we're in the burbs and we're in a house that's more vertical than horizontal.
That's how you judge wealth.
They didn't have enough.
Oh my
space.
gosh.
Higher or bigger?
Gotta go high.
Wider? Yeah.
Well, they've got a bedroom in the attic, right?
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's very much
I
like
would love that.
it reminds me
I would
of
love it
like
too.
well, it reminds me obviously of the Home Alone house and also like the Griswold house and this like there's
Oh,
like rooms that
true.
feel kind of cramped. but
Yes.
there's beds everywhere. Like I don't
But
know.
there's tons of kids and it's a big home.
Yeah.
I would say upper middle class. I don't know. I don't
that's
know.
helpful.
Am I judging? I don't know.
I mean upper middle class for the 80s and nowadays that's like
So
That home would
different.
be like $60,000 back then, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And now 6 million.
Now it's 7.2. I know,
The
honestly.
existential
Yeah.
crisis daily.
I'm
is
gonna be
too
living
much.
in like a bathroom in 2 years. Okay. So
Also, I believe in this opening scene, I think even the kid drops like some swears. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
like,
the kids
like
are shit.
They are
F bombs
cool
drop, and you're like,
kids.
oh, this is not your regular teen.
It's
80s comedy.
definitely got those vibes of like, okay, John Hughes knows what he was doing. Like,
Yeah.
we're really okay.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll be rude dudes, but hopefully it just stays at that. It doesn't. It really doesn't. There's like a joke about her eating carrots to make her boobs grow bigger.
heard
Like the
that
mom
one.
makes her carrots
I've
every
never
day.
heard that one, and I read "Are You There, God? It's Me, Nancy."
Oh,
so
it's me, Nancy.
I would know if that was a thing.
I don't
Zach's
know.
Like, what are they talking?
I have no idea what.
Most of that book is trying to get her boobs to grow. Okay.
What was the what was Moody Judy? Judy Bloom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones were like periods and boobs too. And so
I think I was thinking the Babysitters Club or
Oh.
like those books. I was like, this seems odd for the Babysitters. Or no,
that one Babysitters Club
subject matter
book
for
was
the-
weird. So she eats carrots. I guess her mom makes them every day. I only bring this up to say that her brother makes another joke about his sister's sexual
Boobies.
development and says like, oh, she wants her boobies to grow, blah blah blah. Like I'm obsessed, and then like he doesn't say I'm obsessed with them, but like that's the subtext because
Yeah.
he's gross.
He is. He's
He's a freak of nature.
Right.
yeah.
We go to high school. We've got shots of everything. So much Jean.
And this is like credit roll, and it's like she's on the bus.
Jean?
gets to
I've-
the school.
I've never seen this much Jean in my
I
life.
love it. I
Tons,
want to
so
see it.
much.
That
We
sounds
have-
like something for me.
Honestly, go to YouTube and just type in. And actually, this is probably the only non-problematic part of the movie is just when this Jean is just like rolling.
I love it.
We have like 80s hair. We have
Yeah.
all of the stuff you'd love.
There's a guy wearing an Orange Crush T-shirt, and I'm like, I want that T-shirt. I really want an Orange
I
Crush T-shirt.
know.
And I don't know how, but like this opening is like they had such an 80s vibe before there was such a thing as an 80s vibe because they were in the
Totally.
80s.
They like knew exactly, like they have the pins, they have like all of the like hair like
Yeah.
shots, like
As
it's
if this was shot in the
crazy.
2000s
Yes.
to
Trying
replicate
to
the 80s.
emulate.
It's
Yeah,
so
that's
interesting.
neat.
Yeah, it's super self-aware. And again, the only part of the movie I want to talk about because everything else is
downhill after
real
this.
bad.
Do we? No, wait, no, not yet. I don't think we get introduced
so
to the most
nervous.
problematic.
Oh
character,
God,
but-
no, not yet, not yet. Not yet. Oh. Okay, so we do start at the lockers. We meet her friend. The friend looks 35. They look old as hell. Like
Right.
they both look so old, but they are 16. They're they're talking about Sweet 16, like driving, like whatever. And we go to class, and okay, there's like a note going around that's like, you know, that thing. I don't know. Did you ever do this where you fill out a note with, there's like questions like, who would you have sex with? What would you do? Who do you have a crush on? And you hand it around and fill it out?
No.
Me
I don't-
neither.
Is this
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've heard of these things. I was not fortunate enough to get one.
is this
but-
MASH?
I saw them being passed around.
No
I just
way.
never got
They're like, don't give it to Zach.
Yeah.
His answers are weird.
one. We all know who he's gonna pick.
Is it like MASH?
It would probably have been like the 80s version of MASH, but they just anonymously, I'm not like,
So scary.
I would never fill that out. Are you kidding me? That's so incriminating.
Right.
But anyways, they fill it out. She's like, Molly Ringwald is like, they're like, who do you want to have sex with?
The guy over the cake.
It's the guy over the
I
cake.
want to do the cake.
I want the cake
cake
guy.
guy.
And his name is Jake Ryan.
Jake.
Ooh,
the
that
cake.
is such a cool guy name. Love it.
2 first names.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
it.
Jake Ryan.
He
Hype
also,
house of its time.
okay,
Ryan Jake Paul.
genuinely, do you guys watch Euphoria? Does anyone here watch it
No,
ever?
but I
I've
need
not
to-
started it yet. No.
Okay,
No
I-
spoilies.
I won't, but season 1 I actually genuinely liked. Season 2, hot mess. I will get hate on by the TikTok teens for that, but I don't
Yeah.
care.
Everyone
I'm
loves it.
I'm standing my ground. But he looks exactly like the guy Nate Jacobs from Euphoria.
Ooh,
Another
So
double namer.
guess what? Everything
Just
just gets
double name.
recycled.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. No original
Oh, is that the character
ideas.
name? I thought that was the actor's name, Nate Jacobs.
I honestly, assuming
knows
Jakes and Jacobs, I don't know anything anymore.
A cool name. Idiots.
And so Jake Ryan, he, guess what? He freaking gets the note. It gets intercepted, and he gets the note and opens it and sees that Molly Ringwald said, "I want to sleep with Jake Ryan."
Wait, so
The
it
game
says,
is on.
My name's Molly. I want to bang
Honestly,
Jake.
pretty much.
over.
It's like she has like her, I don't fucking know. She fills it out.
Signature font.
She has her signature font. That's got to be it. And I think she,
This dude's like, I know that handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's like, well, he's actually kind of like a creepy character, so I wouldn't actually put that past him to like study people's
A
handwriting.
little bit.
I guess she fills it out and she drops it behind her for her friend. Her friend's asleep. Actually the only character that I can relate to in this movie. And Jake picks it up, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, okay.
Already an invasion of privacy from this guy.
Listen, this is just step 1 of this
so
man.
No.
So she
And
said
he's
to-
supposed to be such a good guy throughout. Like, he's supposed to be portrayed as the
we're
best
supposed to
person.
root for him.
No.
Exactly.
Oh,
you will see,
God.
Alenka. You will see.
Does
So, okay, what were you gonna say? Does he what?
Family Guy alludes to some stuff.
Yeah, it's those vibes for sure. It's actually even more insidious than that. Family Guy actually semi let him off the hook. So Molly leaves. She's like, "Oh fuck, I hope he doesn't know." She goes, "I'd shit twice and die if Jake Ryan knew I wrote that about him."
That's the funniest.
It's a great line. I know. I specifically wrote that line.
I
down
like
when I
that. I'm gonna
watched it.
start saying that.
Honestly, funny, really good. I love it.
Which is like the John Hughes teen dialogue is like, oh, they don't sound like happy-go-lucky
Right.
fake teens. They do sound like
Right.
what they would talk like.
Probably
at least
actually
enough.
talk like yeah.
That
you're not,
was
like that's believable.
Fun fact, actually, I can now vouch for this oddly like sexually fueled 10-year-old because I saw a group of like 10-year-olds on the street not too long ago, and one of them, this is the conversation I overheard. Something, yeah, Mrs. Jacobson, I don't even have testicles. So
Okay. I
I
was living
vouch.
a different 10-year-old life.
Yeah, because we were women.
I
Me
was
too.
playing Road to El Dorado on my Game Boy and
What?
minding my own business.
That's nice. Sorry to detract.
Oh my god, not at all. Not at all. I would
realized.
I'm very curious about children.
10-year-old boys. I've got such a curiosity
About the children.
full boys.
They're a mystery to
The
me. I know
younger,
nothing
the
of them.
more intrigued
I know
am.
they like they're all just so put together nowadays.
No, I want to punt all of them.
I know they're
want
they're
to.
little shits. But I also have a
But throw me a follow on TikTok.
but love you guys. Like all my stuff on TikTok, like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Real.
We use my audio.
Yes.
Share that audio around.
This audio has potential. That's what they always say.
Stop.
I'm a teen. Yeah. And then okay,
Maddie
so the-
Foley goes undercover as a TikTok teen.
okay, I'm like 5'1". I think it honestly,
It could work.
we'll see.
New reality series.
I basically only wear like little boy like long shirts now too. So I don't know. Hype house? Should I
Yeah.
start one?
Do it.
Okay. I'd shit twice and die.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then then it's like gym class scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which like again, you're like you hear these swears, you're like, oh my god, like they're swearing in this, and then suddenly there's just like full on nudity, and you're like, what kind of 80s teen like comedy is this?
Okay. It's
Because you think of John Hughes, you still
crazy.
think like wholesome at least or
Yeah.
family oriented, but this movie is not
At all.
G-rated or PG-rated.
No, we see boobs, we see bums, we see a lot of like Molly Ringwald's lines are like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like she hates
It's
life.
true.
She's so depressed. It's like hilarious,
Yeah.
but like,
But it's a comedy here.
but simultaneously you're like, wow, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty much all you
This
say,
isn't
huh?
13
Right.
Reasons Why.
Yeah, it's very, it's dark, but like fun. But then you do see like a nip, and you're like, oh, okay, are these children? What's happening? And so
Exactly.
Right.
and also the way they portray like grade 9s and 12s in this movie is like grade 9s are 6-year-olds in this film. They're like
Right.
4 feet tall. They're so small. Grade 12s are like
Men
m-
and
ki-
women.
yeah, like Bay Street lawyers and like
it's true.
Playboy model women. Like it's
But that was, but
You know
I feel
what?
true. I feel like that's truthful in the perception because I remember
So
going into
true.
grade
I
nine,
felt that
and
way
I'm like,
too
yeah.
in grade 9.
The grade 12s are like
Seemed
you
like
are-
adults.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
are
is-
Adults.
Adonises.
I did wonder if that was like what they were trying to capture, because it is like that is the feeling. But if like us, well, me as a friggin' 30-year-old goes to a
Right.
high school,
I'm
They're
30.
all looking the same.
they are all up to
all
here.
look like
They're
babies.
yeah, there's no difference. But when you're in it, I don't know.
No.
So it is pretty funny. But
And then I wrote this down. I'm trying to remember, but
they're doing pull-ups. They do.
yeah, they're doing pull-ups, and then
but-
the first R word is dropped in this movie.
First R word. Yeah, not last. This convo is like so like I was like "Ugh." So Jake is going to his like friend, his like D-bag friend. They're like seniors. He's like, do you know who Samantha what's her last name is? Ryan, not Ryan. Then they'd be related.
Sam. I was
Sam.
gonna say Hughes.
Okay,
That's
he goes, do you know who Molly Ringwald
Baker.
is?
Baker.
Bill, Sam
It's
Baker.
Molly
It's
Ringwald.
yeah, just call her Molly.
Do you
Ringwald
know
from
Molly? And the friend's like, yeah, but she's basically like like whatever. Basically, he's like, yeah, she's nothing. She's boring as hell. She's really ugly, like plain, like whatever. And he goes, well, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in her. I really like the way she looks at me. They've never talked. And then
Yeah, not once.
and then the friend goes, ew, Jake, she's a child. What would you even do with her?
Okay.
So this
And
guy's
so
actually
wait.
pretty reasonable.
And it's weird because the gross friend is like the voice of reason here, but he's saying it in such a disgusting way that you're like,
Now he says
what?
that because is she supposed to be? She's a junior, like grade 10 or grade 9, or
she's a sophomore.
okay.
So grade, what's a sophomore?
Yeah, we're Canadian. I don't know.
I
what
know,
the hell
these
that
these
means. Is that
American
Fuck, I
grade
don't
things.
nine?
know. Grade 10 or 11.
Like,
I
why
don't
can't
know.
you say the grade?
Yeah, I
know.
guess so.
We hate you.
So basically he's like, He's like, ew, she's a child, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, go to my high school where literally only older guys dated younger girls, but whatever.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And he's like, well, maybe I kind of like the way she looks at me. And like, so you're getting creep on both sides from this, and you don't know who to root for. It's
just
already
creep all the
worded
way.
kind of like, eh. So then we leave. Sam gets on the bus, and the bus is mayhem. It's crazy. We've got little kids. Oh my gosh. We've got kids. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Throwing paper airplanes.
At this, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like because there's some other scenes, but we're definitely introduced to both of the Cusacks are in this movie.
Oh God, the Cusack twins are
Yeah,
in
the
this.
Oh,
John and Joan,
it.
both
they
in this
young at this
movie.
point?
They were
Love
young,
to
yeah.
see
They're
it.
like teenagers.
Okay,
I
Joan.
love it.
I don't think Joan has a single word, but honestly, show stealing.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
funny.
She's got like braces, right? Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
braces, and she's sort of be like nerdy, but she has like no lines, but it's super physical comedy.
She's really cute, and also because she's not involved in anything creepy, you're kind of like, oh,
Love her.
love this for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bus ride
Oh,
sucks.
That's
Okay.
and that's when we're introduced to Anthony Michael Hall, another mainstay of John Hughes.
AMH.
Okay.
Who's Anthony
He
Michael Hall again?
He's the nerd in
I hear
the
the name,
Breakfast
and I
Club.
think Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, I know. Michael C.
Dexter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dexter shows up with the bus.
He's a baby.
adult.
I'm interested now.
Yeah,
It's adult Dexter.
it just kind of pans to him, and he's like,
the name?
"It's gonna happen tonight,
Alexander
like it happens every night."
My dark passenger.
My
Well,
dark
he-
bus
so-
passenger.
It's Anthony Michael Hall, the nerd from Breakfast Club, but he doesn't even have a name. He's only referred to as the farmer.
Oh,
Okay, and
we
he's
all
all-
had those.
He's only billed as the geek. And
Who is
that,
the geek?
that makes me so freaking mad. Is he the farmer or is he the geek?
Yeah,
Right.
Let's just pick one.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm pissed.
Right.
He's creepy as hell. He's a nerd. So you're kind of thinking in your head, like, okay, at least like the nerd will be like nice and like shy and the good guy. Okay, he's the worst one of them all.
Oh yeah,
He comes up to her, puts his arm around her. He's so close to her. She's so uncomfortable, doesn't want to be there. Drops our favorite F word that everyone just cringes when you hear. Harsh, harsh, harsh. He's like being like, why don't we fuck? Like pretty much just that. And you're like, okay, dude, like
Who are you?
get away from me. And she literally has to just be like, okay, like, come on now. Like physically push him off like 3 times. He's
Okay, Zach.
gropey.
Zach's song from the perspective
us
of
about it.
Anthony Michael Hall
Oh my god.
or Michael C.
No,
Hall, whatever you
Michael
want.
Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter on the bus seeing this happen. Those are your cues
With the dark passenger.
with the dark
Oh,
passenger.
okay.
Oh.
So on the bus, what's a good? That girl is really cute. I wanna touch her and lick her boots. I wanna tell her I like her hair, and then I want to eat all her hair. I want to fuck. I want to fuck. I want to do all kinds of things to her.
Wow.
How is it different from the music of today? Honestly, tell me how it's different.
It's pretty
All
much.
we can finger.
That was,
Jesus.
and that's a little preview of Dexter New Blood season 2 coming out
Fingers
next
crossed.
fall.
Fingers crossed, baby.
Wow. I love
my
that
God.
episode of Dexter. Okay, so Dexter, Michael, AMH, Anthony Michael Hall.
You're real confused.
Michael Anthony C. Hall.
That's
Michael,
painting a picture for
Michael Anthony C. Hall. He genuinely is sitting there being a creep. He ruins everything you believed in. You're like a nice younger freshman, gone. That's shattered. Now every man in
Don't
this movie
exist.
is a piece of shit. And so
Because
so-
that's but again, this movie is definitely going the route of like, oh, he's just an awkward nerd. Like we're supposed to root for
I
this guy
know.
too because he's the
No
nerd.
way.
he honestly is like the most like rapey, gropey, little molester, gets on top of people constantly. They have to physically push him off. And we're supposed to be like, this guy's kind of a nice guy. He's a nice guy. It's
He's
like,
just trying to find love
I'm
in
genuinely
all the
like,
wrong places.
like,
This is
suck
like-
my dick. Like, fuck off, you little creep.
Exactly.
This is
So-
like the milady guys that are like,
Oh, he's a
milady.
yeah, that are like,
yeah. He's
I'm
just,
a gentleman.
yeah, he's like our nice guy. He needs a full blown fedora. He's very creep central. And so we go back home. Sam's had like a rough ass day. Guess what? Guess who's in my attic room? My grandparents,
Grandpappy.
granddad,
Just granddad?
grandma, both. We have all 4 grandparents. 2
In the
staying
classic
upstairs.
tropes of like the prim and proper grandparents and then the
Yes.
real
Trashy
messy
ones.
grandparents, the real
Yeah.
almost
love
not
messy.
rednecks, but just very like
WT, white trash. Yeah. Which like I love it. Like National Lampoons actually has that
Right.
same
yeah,
thing.
Christmas Vacation. Yeah, it's very
watched
much
that
like that. Yeah.
And Anthony Michael Hall was in original National Lampoons, where they go to Wally World.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He
is.
plays the original Rusty.
Oh shit! Yeah, he
Weird,
does.
right?
Connections all over the place.
Honestly, just keep your eyes open. QAnon. Just kidding.
Are you
Okay.
Queen Q?
Oh my gosh.
That's your new gig.
Honestly, no, I would never. I was gonna say
But
if there was money. Well,
So it's the classic like, oh come here, blah blah blah. But like
yes.
the grandmother, I don't care if
No.
their family should not be grabbing her breasts.
Okay, we gotta go. We
No.
gotta go into this.
Yeah.
So upstairs grandparents are kind of creepy. They're just like, but they're just
Listen.
annoying. They're like soft corns. At least like I have soft corns too. Like shut up. So we go downstairs, and then rich grandparents are molest the shit out of her. The grandpa. What am I saying? The grandpa.
The dad,
Daddy grandpa.
You know what I'm saying.
the daddy grandpa.
Daddy grandpa comes up. He tells a joke. He's about like I don't know, some dumb thing. She's like hoo blah blah. He's like, oh, you're an owl. He goes up to her. She's not laughing. He's like, isn't that funny? Like shakes her basically, like sexually. Like it's very creepy.
Yeah.
Grandma comes in. I thought grandma was gonna be like, get your fucking hands off of your granddaughter. She comes in. She's like, oh my goodness. And then she looks at her boobs and goes, your boobs have grown. Oh wow, aren't they perky?
Interesting.
She like grabs both of them.
No.
Yeah. Like full on.
And that's the scene. That's the scene.
Interesting.
There's no
Do you think
reason.
John Hughes was like, yeah, this is normal family dynamics.
Okay,
This
that's
is
what
my
I
family
wrote. So, listen.
dynamic.
That's
This
what I
is
wrote.
not my family dynamic, but my grandma does do a power move when you go to greet her where she like goes in for a hug. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. So she goes in for a hug and then she holds you like this and she talks
Oh,
to
yeah.
you like this.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I've
she's
had
yeah.
an
like, have
aunt
you been
or
good?
two
And
who
it's
does
like,
that.
yes. Yes. you're good.
I have witnessed that as well.
It's very
Yeah.
traumatic.
yeah.
It's a lot.
I don't know if they did that when they were younger and they think it's cool to do now, or if it's like, please talk to me. Like it definitely
Right.
has a very, but this was like a full honking.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. Never had that.
And
yet.
not resonating with me. Never have had a grandparent touch my bits. Thank God.
No.
And it was
Wait.
like,
Did I already ask this? But is this a comedy? Or is it-
This
Yes.
is actually a dark drama of a
This
severely
is-
abused.
this is a psycho thriller, honestly.
Okay.
But that's the whole point, is it's just to be funny. Like it never comes back. We're never talking about the grandma doing that to the boobs. It's just to be funny. And you're sitting there being like, okay, like what the fuck am I watching?
It feels like a writer's room thing where like, okay, well, we have to have a scene where her boobs get honked. How should we get to do that it's not creepy,
It's
but
the
it's actually
grandma.
funny? The grandma. Grandma
gosh.
honks.
There are so many
Like,
better options. Just get like a
there's, like-
friend to do it, or like
But also, there's like one writer in the back that's like, "Why do we need this again?"
Right,
They're like, "Get out."
Shut out.
fired.
Okay. And then honestly, you've already got that sour taste in your mouth. You're like, "This is
Oh,
fucking brutal."
God.
And then on like
Oh my
the
God.
most racist depiction of an Asian person in TV and film.
And this is not a one-time thing, Alenka. This
This isn't
begins
a
the
one-time
portion
thing.
of the movie that is ongoing. And
It's bad. It is
gets old.
so
It's
bad.
already old. It's old then.
It's
And
there's
it's
nothing.
not.
There's not an ounce of comedy in it. It's like beyond offensive. It's so there's an Asian character that it's an exchange student from China that
the grandparents took in, and now
grandparents
staying
took in,
with
yeah.
the family as they're doing this wedding.
for this wedding weekend. And he's like also 16, 17. And it's fucked.
His name
is
Long
Duck
Dong.
Dong. LDD.
LDD. Long Duck Dong.
It's like that's a joke. Like everyone's howling, they're in stitches. And then every time he speaks, there's a sound effect.
Yeah, every time he enters or speaks.
It's a gong. It's
No.
like, yeah.
You're
Every
kidding.
oh, it's so fucked. Every time he
It's like it's almost unbelievable. When I first watched it,
Yeah,
I was
it's
like-
unbelievable.
I was like I mean, I know it's the 80s, but this is still the 80s. Like it's
totally. It's like
Indiana Jones wasn't this racist.
No.
With Short Round.
no, it's like even Breakfast at Tiffany's, you're like, oh, that's pretty far away. Like that's so unbelievable still, but it's like the Mickey Rooney thing. It's like, that's really bad, but that's so far away. But this, you're like, fuck, they have like cars that work. Like, why the fuck are we still doing this? People are, it honestly casts such a dark shadow on the whole movie that I was legit gonna message and be like, oh,
We can't do it anymore.
it's so bad.
And it's not even needed like that.
Not
it
needed.
Literally, you could literally have an Asian foreign exchange student who's just more like, fish out of water
Totally.
comedy. That doesn't need a
Totally.
gong. You don't need a gong
right.
there.
No, and the whole thing is like he is the butt of the joke, and that's like anytime he speaks, they laugh because he mispronounces words.
Also,
And
this dude
ugh.
is like 40. He does not look
It's-
like a high school student.
No, it's honestly, this is where you tap out and you're like, okay, I'm not even giving like this.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
But we persist.
Yeah, we soldier on.
Nevertheless, we persist. The sister and her have a combo in the bedroom. This is like still her birthday. Molly's like, fuck, this sucks. She says that her sister's like venting to her. She's like, oh, I'm so excited to get married. Like my husband, blah, 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 blah. And then Molly says one word, like one sentence where she's like, yeah, I'm kind of like bummed. This guy doesn't know I exist that I like. And the sister's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Really?
you're so selfish. Like, I'm talking about me, like, blah, blah, blah. It's so bizarre. She's
Okay.
so out to lunch, too, the way
Oh,
she
yeah.
talks.
She's like, well, she's intentionally supposed to be just so self-centered and not
She
giving a
talks
shit
like
about anything.
this, and
No.
she just is like, I'm getting married. It's like infuriating to listen to.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's like you were
then-
16 once, weren't you?
Were you
should,
not?
you're the older sister.
Well,
I
like-
don't know,
Slightly
impart some
sensitive.
wisdom.
It's such a weird, I don't know, their dynamic is so weird. She's such a weird character. She also looks like 35. Like everyone who's supposed to be like a teen looks 35 in this movie. It's like Grease all over. I love
Exactly.
Grease.
Oh, me
And
too.
so we have insanely unwatchable racism again at a dinner.
Yeah,
Legit.
well, he is essentially serving them, isn't he?
Oh
Like-
yeah, basically.
Like he's like literally a servant, and you're like,
It's
Okay.
so fucking brutal. Like, oh God. And like, they all look so, there's like a shot of them all looking at him, and it's like, you're fucking monsters. Like, it's like very impossible to stomach. And then we go to and then she goes, I have to go to the dance because I get a credit for gym if I go to the dance. And so we go to
I
the
never
dance.
had that. I wish I got
That's a
credit for going
lie.
to prom.
Yeah, no, that's
Come on.
I got
A
credit
gym
for being in
credit?
the main stage play in university.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
we all
something.
did. Yeah.
You all
Yeah,
did.
good. That was kind of fun.
Everyone did their main
That one
stage.
felt like cheating, but
I mean, I had a rock band class in high school, and that did feel like cheating.
That's
That's
fun.
so fun, though.
We did monthly
like a
concerts.
video game rock band or the
No, like we played instruments. I sang mostly.
cool.
I did Johnny Be Good. I did Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili
That's
Peppers.
Wow.
I did Revolution by the Beatles.
We love
And you know what? And honestly, your life actually does peak there. And
Exactly.
same
That
here.
was the glory
Like,
years.
oh my gosh, same
I
here.
had the music taste. Everyone else did, emo from early 2000s, and I was like, no, I'm doing Bob Dylan.
It's so funny though. At the time, like there would have been like parents that were like, "Rock band class? What the hell is that?" It's like honestly, no high school classes matter at all. Like, there's no
Guess what?
jobs.
And I was in Northern Ontario high school. It was pretty cool. I was
That's
like,
progressive as hell.
that doesn't exist in the city.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love that. Take me back to high school. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, you're going undercover, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
happening.
I'd be terrified. I
Hype
think I
house.
would die if I went to high school now.
I'd get bullied for sure,
Yeah.
very,
Oh.
very badly. Boys at the dance. So we've got AMH, Dexter, Anthony Michael Hall. Both the Cusacks are in this movie hanging. The John Cusack is a friend of Anthony Michael Hall. The Joan is just like kind of like a floater character.
Mhm.
Okay, he's chatting with his pals and he's like the self-proclaimed leader of the nerds, is what he says.
Cool.
Something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And he's like, we need to like I'm cool as hell. I'm gonna go have sex with Samantha because he has a crush on Sam, as we saw on the bus when he tried to molest her like 4
Right.
times.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they're both redheads. I guess that's
Yeah.
why.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
okay. That makes sense. Thank
There
you,
you go.
John Hughes, for doing that. I love that.
Also, these
And-
3 guys are the only ones who look like they should be in high school.
Oh, they're the only. They truly. Yeah.
Yeah.
A young John Cusack.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's super like how old
You know
was he?
exactly
He had
the
to
type.
have been. I mean, he probably was like 20 or something, but he looks like he's like
I don't know.
16.
He does look 16 for sure.
Yeah.
They actually really play the part well. And then he's kind of talking to these guys and they're like his bullies but also his friends, which fair, like high
Yeah,
school is
happens.
complicated. And he's like, I'm gonna have sex with her, and they're like, well, how are you gonna prove it? Video? And he's like, nope, underwear. And then he walks away and it's so weird. There's like a moment and the friends are like, you have to get underwear. He walks away, he goes, and then they go, girls underwear, and he makes a face like wah wah. And it's like, what did you
Like-
think you meant by
He's
underwear?
gonna pull off his own fucking underwear.
Yeah, like
Right.
what were you
His
thinking it
own
was
shitty fucking
supposed
underwear.
to be? Like
I did
your
it.
own skid marked underwear to be like, I had sex with her. It's like,
Yeah.
Look, I took them
what?
off.
Yeah, take it away, Zach. Skid mark underwear is your
Skid mark
cue.
underwear at the prom.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Going around the prom and there's a lot to see. There's girls everywhere and then there's me. I'm gonna find one who thinks my hair is kinda cute. And I'm gonna take her to the prom and tell her she's gonna be the one to
Moot.
boot.
Cute.
Couldn't
cute,
think of a
loot,
rhyme for
loot,
cute,
loot,
but-
loot.
Ooh, we're gonna go to the bedroom. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of room in that bed. We're gonna do some things that are easier in my head.
I'm waiting for this.
That's a good one.
No. Fuck. I feel like a lot of the courses of this movie are gonna be, we're gonna and I'm gonna take her an article of clothing from her. I'm gonna take her an article of clothing from her. And she's not going to realize that she couldn't see the deceit in my eyes. I'm going to make sure that she doesn't see when I put her panties in my pocket. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it's okay that the chorus has fucking it. You want a through line for your musicals.
That's
Yeah,
true.
the music
It's
should
just-
kind of converge.
It's just that's the second
Not bad.
that's the second song where the chorus has just been fuck.
You know what though? People love having like a theme to go back to in a musical because then when you hear it
Yeah.
again, you're like, oh, I remember that from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that, yes,
Throwback.
Right.
Right? A
Yeah.
reprise. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, so
I want
So
to.
he's got to get the underwear now.
Right.
That's
Okay.
his
He's got to get the
goal.
ruse.
And
I'm just gonna call him
Sorry,
LDD.
I just thought there was a his name is Jake Ryan, and there was a
Yeah.
Jack Ryan joke in there where he's like
Reacher.
a secret agent trying to fit. God damn it!
Jack Ryan, Jake Ryan. No, Jake Ryan's a creepy serial killer, probably. Jack Ryan is
It's streaming now on Amazon.
streaming now on Amazon alongside Dexter New Blood, season 2 coming out fall.
Oh, check it out, folks. Yeah.
Where's our sponsorship?
And okay, so he has to get underwear, and he's like, wah, wah, wah. Okay, I'm just gonna call him LDD. LDD is snuggling up to this woman, her and her boobies on the
Oh
floor.
yeah. There's this
Long duck dong.
another woman who looks about 40 who's supposed to be in high school.
And she is not wearing a bra, and her nipples are out to play.
Oh.
And LDD is snuggling up to them. And Molly Ringwald's having a hard time at the dance. I think honestly, it's like puberty. She reminds me of me. She reminds me of a young me. She's getting upset at things. It's like she kind of sees Jake dancing with his girlfriend Caroline. Did I skip the booby part with Caroline? I did.
Oh,
Caroline.
maybe.
Okay, Caroline is
he had a girlfriend.
Carolyn or Caroline?
I think
is
it's
his-
Caroline. Yeah.
Caroline. She is mighty fine. We see her naked in the shower at one point, and the girls are like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking jealous of her. She got a rockin' bod for sure." But they're again a 34-year-old woman easily,
Yeah.
and like fully developed.
Who's been working out for years.
Yeah, whose job is to be a model. And so Molly sees him and Caroline dancing at the dance because they're going steady. And I've never said that in my life. And she gets upset. She feels like a loser. He kind of looks at her and she gets like really like jealous, but also like embarrassed. So she goes in the hall and cries. And then the girls walk by her and she gets even more embarrassed. So she goes to the auto shop and cries in the car.
In the car. Yeah.
Love that. So dramatic. She says okay, guess who comes along?
The auto shop teacher.
Well, actually, that would probably be
just
the case.
add a more
Yeah, the auto
wouldn't
shop
be
teacher
surprised.
probably sleeps in the auto shop. Is was always my vibe.
Yeah. If anything, this movie should have had him like waking up and being like, "Oh, and
Get
then
outta
making
here."
some sort of like comment that's like pedophile, and then he leaves.
Yes. Yeah, no one can just be sort of like cordial.
Yeah.
So
He just walks up and goes honk honk and leaves. That's it.
yeah, and they're like, no, this needs to stay in the script. And so she's crying, and if you think things can't get worse, but guess who shows up? Little creeper Anthony Michael
Fucking
Hall.
farmer.
He's there, and God, you're at your worst. You're crying, and nothing better than a freaking little creepy.
Yeah. And like
Ugh.
this is the scene where you're supposed to like then
Okay.
like him because he shows at least like this smidgen of empathy, like the tiniest little piece.
For 2 seconds, he's like a very nice guy. The rest of it is him being gropey, molesting her, so fucking creepy. But
Cool.
you're still, you can tell, supposed to be like, wow, this guy's got a freaking heart of gold. I love him.
Yeah.
It's the worst. We're in the car. They're sitting there. He jumps on top of her. She's like, get off. He sits back down.
What the fuck?
He's like, I'm sorry. She goes, it's okay. He jumps back on top of her again, like
Stop.
full on top. She goes,
It's-
"Get the fuck off." He's like, "What? I thought blah blah blah." And she's like, "No." She's like saying it. He's like goes in his pocket, looks like he's gonna pull his dick out.
Uh-huh.
He pulls out like a chapstick or something, or like a mint or something, and she's like, "I don't want to see your fucking dick." Basically, it's so creepy. Tensions are so high, and then they have a conversation, and he basically is like, "Can I fuck you?" Fully says that, "I want to have sex
No.
with you." Yeah, he fully says,
Yeah.
"Can I have
No.
sex with you?"
No.
She goes,
Yep.
she's like, everyone forgot my birthday. They're having two different conversations. He's literally like, he's like, "Can I fuck you?" And she's saying, "I can't be happy because I'm 16. Everyone forgot my birthday. I hate being 16. He's literally going, "Can I fuck you? Please, can I just, please, can I just see your underwear?" Blah, blah, blah. It's
And then
somehow,
she 180s her entire character because he's just like, well, can I have your underwear to like prove to the guys? And she's like, fine. And you're like,
Oh my gosh.
no.
Okay. You know why too? You were supposed to think she's doing this out of the kindness of her heart because he listened to her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He listened to
the
her
re-
say, "No one said about happy birthday to me,"
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's what we deserve
He's
as men. We just
good.
listen and then we get the underwear.
Right.
She goes, "I'll give you my underwear because you listened to me. Thank you." It's like, oh
Her
god,
standards are so low.
what a bare minimum. So then she gives her panties, and he's also like, "Oh, by the way, Jake Ryan was talking about you, and he's interested in you."
Oh yeah, because he
I forgot about
talks-
that.
Yeah,
does.
so Anthony Michael C. Hall goes to
Yes.
Jake Ryan, and he's all like, "What do you know about that chick over
Yeah.
there?" And he's
Creepy,
like,
though.
and basically is like shitting on his girlfriend Caroline. Like,
Yeah, he's like, "My girlfriend's a fucking like slut, basically." Like, he's a
and
huge dick.
stupid
She's dumb as
and-
hell.
yeah.
I have nothing in common with her. And now I know this like grade 10 student likes me, so now I'm like more interested in that. Basically,
Right.
is the convo.
Right.
And so, oh god, Carolyn and him basically leave. She threatens him. She threatens Jake Ryan. She goes, "Just remember, I could have 20 guys lined up
Got you.
in a second." Like, that's her
Right.
character.
Mhm.
Right.
But then she's also like really insightful at the end. It's fucking bizarre, but not really, because
Hmm.
she's just been anyways. So okay. Okay, so that's the dance.
Yeah, they so Michael C. Hall brings the underwear to the
To the
boys'
friends.
bathroom to
Yes.
the entire
Anthony Michael
like,
Hall.
Anthony Michael E. Hall.
Michael Lee Hall.
Yeah. he basically shows basically all like the grade 9, 10 boys the
Oh, yeah.
underwear,
Right.
including
Uh-huh.
her little fucking brother's there.
Why is he
So
there?
bizarre.
Why is he there?
And it's like, do you
You know
realize
what?
that you're looking at your sister's
He
underwear?
does. He
totally
He does.
Yeah.
I
He
was-
does know.
That's the
Yes.
through line.
He's
There it is.
so happy.
I was
Like,
gonna say
made.
he probably orchestrated the whole damn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably wanted this just as
Yeah.
bad.
If this were like a thriller, it'd like flashback to him like
Yes.
playing off that dude like get my
Yeah.
sister's underwear. I
Yeah.
want to see it.
I just want to see it.
Oh my god, he like
She
switches
just
him out with a
and
face.
she's like, she just needs someone to listen to her. That's all it takes.
Okay, honestly, that's actually a better movie, to be honest, than this one.
Yeah.
So okay, then they take out. Okay,
So
freaking. We go over quickly to the dinner with the in-laws. The family is having dinner with the in-laws. I guess the only thing about this scene is like
they're just
I don't even know. They just hate the new guy so much, basically. And they keep calling him a term that I don't remember what it is now, but I looked it up and it's like super offensive, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a something hunk or something. And so just a little more flavor of like just racism, like being terrible. And then LDD and his new girlfriend drive Molly Ringwald home. There's a party at Jake Ryan's house after the dance.
Mhm.
She's not going. She's going to her bed because she's 16 and pouting and had the shittiest night.
Yep.
Totally love that.
And this is
Relatable.
almost. I mean, there's a few like scenes with her, but it's like we kind of leave Molly Ringwald off
For a
little
while.
bit.
yeah, she just kind of sleeps in her bed, which I love, but like it is weird. Like she's the protagonist and we're doing like a full-blown different movie.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Where Long Duck Dong is the
Oh
star.
my god.
No.
Okay, so we go to this party and Jake, it's a real mesh of like things are just happening. Caroline has like invited so many people to Jake's house. It's getting fucking trashed.
Oh yeah.
We've got like Long Duck Dong, LDD, and the girl, his like booby girlfriend upstairs.
Why did
They're
this happen? Like, it just
at the
was
dance, like
introduced
literally at the
dance.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just leaning on her boobs.
Yeah, I think he went to the dance with Sam. Like they went
Yes.
together
And
just
he
because.
just found the biggest booby
Biggest booby girl in the school.
Yeah, I don't even think he even has a line before that. Like
He doesn't.
I want big boob American girls. Like he doesn't
No.
say that. It's just
But that
that's
would
who he
be on
finds.
brand.
Yeah.
That would be so on brand with the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
he's portrayed. and they're upstairs in the exercise room, and which I wish I had one of those, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
And
This is actually kind of funny when they're just like exercising in the room
They're-
and you're like, what's happening?
Huh?
I don't know if it's like they're supposed to be dry humping. He's sitting on her while she's riding an exercise bike, but there's
What?
nothing sexual.
Because she's like kind of big and muscular, so it's like yeah, it's
What?
almost like that's their foreplay. So
I guess it's
working
like-
out and him like on the bike.
What?
It's so beyond me. Like if there's not an ounce of comedy in it, there's like
I'm so
It ac-
confused.
It actually reminded me
This
to like
is
the cut in Wolf of
this
Wall
is
Street.
Post prom also.
Post
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
the
still
post,
in
yeah,
their
yeah.
fits? Their post prom or their
they're
prom
still in their
fits?
fits.
Yeah, this all
Yes.
happens in one day too. I always forget that.
This whole movie is a night.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. And then so they're working out, and they work out
So hard that the exercise bike crashes through the floor
No.
into the wine cellar and knocks a bunch of wine over. Tables are being
This movie wasn't a comedy. Like, that's like a farce.
That's
It
very
is.
funny.
It is.
The exercise bike going through the floor is funny, yes, but it's the context and everything else that you're going, oh, why? There's tables
Also,
being thrown, chairs
keep
being
in
thrown.
mind, you probably were, but keep in mind, again, anytime LDD comes on screen, a gong goes
No.
off. It
A gong
literally
goes off.
happens every time.
Stop.
You think like, oh, it's going to happen that first time, and that's like the intro, and then it keeps happening. You're like, oh, they're going to do this every
Forever.
single time.
Yeah. And every scene there's going to be a joke about him mispronouncing words. There's going to be jokes about like just harsh like racial slurs. Like it's such a bad taste that you're honestly just like sitting
Oh,
there
yeah.
slack jawed like, what am I doing?
I think the only saving grace is that, if I remember correctly, he's not wearing anything that's stereotypical.
No, that is
the
oh,
only
God.
like if he was there in a stereotypical
Oh my God.
garb,
And
like,
I'm
that's
sure
the
that's
icing on-
probably what they
on the cake.
wanted too
Right.
at
Yeah.
first.
probably.
John Hughes, are you sure? Are you sure about putting this in there? Yeah, put him in a t-shirt. It'll be fine. Yeah.
God,
Okay.
John.
Thank
The one day on set that he wasn't like fucked up. But anyway. So everything's going wrong. This is a messy party. Like, oh, pretzels, beer everywhere. Oh, Jake is a fucking dick. His girlfriend's drunk, and she's like, "Do you even love me anymore?" He slams the door on her. He goes, "Just leave me alone." Slams the door on her. Her hair gets stuck in the door.
no.
She goes, he goes to call Sam. Molly Ringwald.
Have they actually
They've never
spoken?
They've
Spoken.
never spoken. They're both obsessed with each other secretly.
In a day though.
Not even
That's true love.
6 hours.
True love right there.
6 hours maybe.
Yeah.
And
Where to get her phone number?
But also
the little
they're-
kid, Anthony Michael Hall,
They're in the same class, but they've never spoken
they've
to each
never
other.
That
he sits.
happens. That happens.
Well,
guess
that
so.
is true.
I guess I'm from a very small town, so it's a high school of 200 people. Like, I don't think you could not speak to everyone there. but-
Right.
200. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's actually cool. I love that. Mine was 1,200.
Yeah.
I can't recall.
We did not have any LDDs at our high school,
Oh,
but
God.
you know,
Well,
but there was a fair share of racism, as you can expect.
Oh, well, Ontario, you know. Fuck. And so we're at this party. He says, "Leave me alone," like a 10-year-old. He goes to call this girl he's never talked to before. We also have Anthony Michael Hall, and the boys are getting up to some antics.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's funny. They're like afraid to go in the party because they're nerds.
yeah.
But what's really fun is like you see Joan Cusack at the party having a good time.
Yes.
But like she is definitely like coded as a nerd in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
but she's
headgear.
there. Headgear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, headgear.
Yeah.
So,
She made it.
you know, she went. Why
She
is she
doing it?
not afraid?
yeah,
Fuck.
I don't even want to go into the social hierarchy of this high school. It's such a weird dynamic. And so, okay. And then fucking guess what?
Jake calls Sam's house,
Right.
but the grandparents are staying in her room. So the grandparents answer the phone, and we get a miscommunication where it's like, "Don't call this place, blah blah. You're a creeper." The grandparents are like, "He wants sex." Like it's a weird joke that went over my head fully, like because he just calls and says, "Can I leave a message for Sam?" And they're like, "This creeper wants sex." I'm like, well,
Right.
honestly, he is a creep,
They're
but
not wrong.
what? Yeah, like
They're not wrong.
well, you're not wrong. And so, okay, so then the party kind of ends. Oh shit. Caroline gets her hair cut off, and now she's got a big thing in the
From the
back
door?
Chunk.
from the door because instead of just
That's-
open, because the boyfriend, Jake Ryan, doesn't open the door. He refuses to open the door like a baby. So the friends drunkenly have to cut her hair off.
Did he lock the door?
Yeah.
He must. Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
called
I was gonna
toxic.
say.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
That's,
like-
That's
what we
toxic
define.
masculinity.
And
right
that
there.
is a bad relationship. Get out.
Yes.
And okay, and that's basically, and then the party ends, and like we're not having fun, honestly. Anthony Michael Hall squeals so fucking funny when he's found under the table. He's under a glass table like this, looking up, and they wipe it off, and he's stuck under there. They he got trapped under there by a bunch of bullies in the commotion because he knocked down their beer house of cards.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's all
It
over the
happens.
place.
It happens.
Oh yeah.
So we're post party now.
Yeah. There is a scene between Sam and her dad.
Oh
Oh,
God.
no.
Honestly, I don't even know what they're saying here. The communication is like he seems like a nice dad who loves her and wants to, but then he says the most fucked up things, but he's saying it in like a really loving way.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest scene, but he's basically like, "What's wrong? Oh, we forgot your birthday. I'm so sorry. Oh, and you like this guy? Well,
Yeah.
you know, blah blah blah." But he's also like, "I don't know what you're talking about." So it's a weird.
He also like weirdly just totally cuts down his other daughter. Like
Yeah, he's like, "She's a fucking idiot." Like,
yeah.
I worry.
Like, essentially. Like you're
like,
much better than her. You're my favorite daughter.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's so.
Now let me see.
comforted.
Now let me see them honkers.
Let me see your boobies.
Good night, honey.
Jesus.
And then Jake and Farmer / Geek have a nice like after party moment, but it's
Yeah.
actually like a really big incel like conversation.
It is. Yeah.
Like he literally is just like, oh, you know, a lot of guys are really nice, but they're too scared to talk to women, and like women just hold so much power over us. It's like very like okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's yikes.
Right.
And like there's a famous line that's in every little article about how this movie is problematic.
Yeah.
And it's like he's talking because like he, you know, the farmer's like, oh, but your girlfriend's so hot. Like,
Oh,
what do you like
God.
her? And he's like, yeah, well, she's back in that room passed out. And he says, I could have her 10 different ways. Basically,
Children
like, yeah.
everywhere screaming at
Yeah.
that line.
And he's just like, but like, I don't want it. I
I'm
want a
bored.
girl who reads.
Oh my god, I'm bored of it. Like, yeah, she's got a great body, but I'm sick of it now. Blah blah blah.
Cool.
It's like not only are you saying you're gonna go in that room and rape your girlfriend,
Yep.
but now you're fully like, I don't even want. She's so disgusting to me.
Yeah,
It's so terrible.
but she's the one who's insensitive to his needs.
Yeah.
Because she had a party at his house, like fucking suck my dick, whatever. And then Geek and Ryan are Geek and Jake Ryan are talking more. Jake Ryan's like, here, you know what? Like I'm having this epiphany. I think I like this other Samantha girl. Here's my fucking car. Drive Caroline home, and he goes, you can take her home.
Oh my god.
No.
He basically just pimps out his girlfriend.
He fully like traffics his girlfriend, basically offers her up as a prize, and God, no, I know. By this point, you're like, how many minutes are left of this? And so
the countdown started when LDD showed up on the screen.
honestly, yeah, like Act 1, we're already looking at the clock, but so so he takes her home basically,
Yeah.
and it's in the dad's car. It's like
And
this really nice car.
There's also there's a scene with his friends, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys are still around. I'm not even clocking. These
Okay,
guys.
I did have one question. So he drives to the friend's house with Caroline in the car. The nerd. He's so jazzed. Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
He tries to show up. What are they wearing on their heads?
Oh, isn't it like
Is it headgear?
Yeah, isn't it like what's it called?
It looked like VR.
night vision goggles. Aren't they wearing like night vision goggles or some shit? I don't know.
See,
They're probably just wearing generic headgear that nerds wear because they're nerds and it's tech.
That was my only question. I was like, what the fuck are they wearing? Is that VR? Like, and so
They're actually in the metaverse.
okay. See, now they're young Zucks.
There you go.
And so
That would explain so much.
Sexually
actually
assaulting
where
people in the
Facebook
Yeah, but Mark
metaverse.
Zuckerberg.
that was Zuckerberg's dad, actually, in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, old Zucky.
Daddy
And so-
Zuck.
Oh,
Daddy
okay. The point of this is actually, can you do a song about Daddy Zuck?
Yeah, tell us about
Daddy Zuck.
Daddy Zuck.
Daddy Zuck.
All right. Yeah.
Making jazz.
Oh, okay. This is like James Blunt.
Yeah, do it in the slow, James Blunt, please.
Not James Blunt, okay. Oh, yeah. I knew in the 80s that was
That's getting a little Matthew Goodband there. I don't know.
or no, it was Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Dave
Band.
Yeah,
Matthews is king. I don't care what any of you say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We love DM
Oh.
so much. There's a talented group of musicians in that band, let me tell you.
Taking the 80s.
Yeah.
There was so much to do. It was a Nintendo. There was Mark Zuckerberg too. Yeah. Oh, his daddy showed him everything he knew.
It's like a sad.
He knew all the things he had to do. He
Okay, now
had
I feel
to
bad.
make a website to tell all his schoolmates who was hot or not.
Oh my gosh.
Should not be having empathy for the Zucks.
I know. Stop making me
Zuck,
feel bad
baby.
for Zuck.
Sucks.
Okay, now we're switching.
Zucks.
Yeah. Wow. Oh.
That's nice.
Wow, that was a ride, actually. That was a journey.
I thought you were gonna
Are
end
we-
it. Zuck fucks.
I wanna.
It was right there.
I want to
Damn it.
Zuck.
I'm gonna Zuck.
I'm gonna
Are you down to Zuck?
Zuck.
DTZ.
Yeah.
Um,
Down to Z.
Oh God. So we're at a horrendous part. Him and his friends try to take pics of Anthony Michael Hall with the passed out girl in the cool car.
So
Yeah.
not
Luckily they don't
great.
turn out, but this is pre-social media. Like, what are you even doing being fucking little pervs? You gonna
Yeah,
sell them?
no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is
Is
just
that
through their
fucked?
private collections. This is
that.
serial killer
Shoebox.
shit.
For
Yeah,
that.
shoebox.
Yeah, this is Shoebox.
I'm so
Um,
sad.
Oh God, it only gets worse. Okay, so they're still in the car. She's goofing around with him. She gives him birth control. Honestly, kind of funny. This girl would be passed out by now. She's going in and out of being blacked out. It's so sad to watch. She leans down into his lap and he looks into the camera and I think he's gonna say, "No, I know what you're thinking. I could take advantage of her, but I'm not going to." I don't know why the fuck
It's
I
like
thought
yeah,
that
like
would
freeze
happen.
frame. Like
Uh-huh.
now it was this moment, my
Uh-huh.
life flashed before
Right.
my eyes.
Instead, he looks at the camera. He goes, "Okay, this is getting good."
No.
Because not only is she passed out, but she thinks he's Jake.
No.
Yeah, they made it very clear.
Yeah,
Have they been looking into the camera for the rest
No,
of the movie, or-
they use this one fourth wall break for this shit.
Literally just for this. Near the very end of the movie, for him to say, "Can't wait to molest her."
And it'll pass in court.
How fucked?
I know.
Move
Okay.
on, please.
Okay.
Come on.
It's terrible. Mom cries to Sam. So Sam's mom cries, "I forgot your birthday. So sad."
Right.
Brother is there. He says another perv thing. Gone. Totally minute mom.
Also, the little sister, no love. Like, she
Little
doesn't
sister, nothing.
exist in this movie.
She's gone right
Yeah.
out the gate. And then Sam finds out her underwear is being passed around. Sad. LDD. Okay, it's the morning of the wedding. Everyone's kind of like making up, whatever. This is kind of funny. The sister gets like fucked up on muscle relaxants for her wedding because she has her period, which I do. That's the one part of the movie I actually like.
And relate to.
This is
Uh,
real.
and love. And Molly's there. Everyone's kind of like in a better place. LDD, though, he got fucked up, crashed the grandpa's car, and passed out on the lawn. And the grandma comes up to him in the morning and he's being all like drunk and silly. And she fucking kicks him and says, "You piece of shit," basically.
Oh, yeah.
So that's actually like, you basically like are so shocked when you see that you're like, okay, this actually needs to end now. And then okay, then we're getting near the end. Okay, oh god, okay, I'm gonna try to speed run through this fucking creep. Caroline and Anthony Michael Hall wake up in the car. She's like, "I don't remember a fucking thing." He's like, "Oh, me neither." I'm like, "Bro, you were
You
Oh,
sober
yeah.
as
He
fuck.
was
Driving.
You little fucker. I didn't see you drink maybe one beer. Like, go fuck yourself. You were totally sober." He goes, "Oh, did we? I don't even." And she goes, "Yeah, I think we did." And you think this is going to be like a learning moment for him of like, it's not worth having sex if you don't remember it. You're a fucking, like, at least that. If
Yeah.
not, like, you're a rapist. Like, at least maybe that it wasn't worth it.
Mhm.
But instead, we get, for some reason, John Hughes thought this would be a great turn. She goes, "I barely remembered. I was so blacked out, but I think it was good." What? She goes, "Yeah, I think it was
No,
good."
yeah. You know, the geek gets the girl. That's the triumph. and
Sure.
there you go. That's
It's
Sure.
It's the most infuriating thing I've ever watched. She goes, "Yeah, I think I enjoyed it. I actually think I really like you too." She fully
a
was
person
taken advantage
she's
of.
never met.
Person
Yeah.
she's never met. She never had
Yeah.
a conversation with.
John, we have some things to chat about.
This is post Breakfast Club, right? Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
In what
Yeah.
motherfucking world?
Dude, it's honestly, if you're gonna watch one scene just to get like really pissed off about any of the sexual stuff, it's that one.
Oh yeah.
The racism is fully throughout. It's horrendous. This rape like culture basically is like, holy, John, go to jail right now. Put yourself in a cell. If you're still alive, I don't know. He genuinely makes the woman who just got molested say, "I think I enjoyed it."
Right.
And then the little
Right.
boy and her kiss, and then
Fuck
Jake
off.
Ryan drives by, and he's like, "Oh fuck, Jake!" It's like there are so many other things,
Yeah.
but before Jake seeing this,
Right.
they sort of break up. Caroline goes to the nerd and says, "I think what I liked most about last night." Okay, she was blacked out. "I loved waking up in your arms."
What is
I-
this garbage?
I'm gonna
What is
blow my
this
brains
garbage?
out.
The
Like,
lesson
it's-
here is
I'm-
like
what is the
this
lesson?
is-
Yeah.
This is a
When
trope,
would
and
this
They
happen?
did this in other movies, but not this like horrendously in this.
To this
horrifying-
extent, it's
Yeah.
like honestly
Like generally, it was just
unwatchable.
like, oh, the nerd negs her until she says okay,
Yes,
but this
yeah.
is
This
way
is
different.
insidious.
They've
This is-
never talked before.
never talked. She never
But I
gave
like
consent.
you.
I love waking
was
up in your
blacked
arms.
out.
She goes, "I don't remember anything, but I think I liked it." What? There's no consent. This is
No.
so fucked, bro. We're in a church
It's bad.
parking lot. This kid's creepy as fuck.
You
So
dead.
then, Sam and Jake also have never spoken up to this point.
Yeah, no.
So she comes out of the wedding. Okay, she comes out of the wedding
in a
the
pink
whole-
dress.
in a pink dress with the flowers,
I knew it.
and that's yeah. And there we are.
go.
And And
And John was like, "Oh, she looks pretty in pink."
Okay.
Stop.
Oh,
She's in pink actually like this whole movie though too. TBH.
she is.
And so she comes out, and guess what? Her family left her again, basically.
They don't give a shit about her.
Like this is like an ongoing thing. And then
Your daddy's favorite, but
The-
fuck you.
Daddy is still there, but kind of like in the bushes and not being like over here. Like they look like they were gonna leave without her. And then and then the cars part, and guess what? Jake Ryan's standing there with his red fucking mobile, and and he comes up to her and he's like, "Do you want to hang out?" And she's like, "I'm at a wedding right now."
We're about to go to the reception of my older sister's wedding, the biggest day of her life.
The
I guess,
maid of
so far.
honor. I probably have to do a speech or two there. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally the wedding party. And she goes, "Actually, fuck the reception. Let's go hang out." Which I don't know what the message is. I guess the message of this movie is fuck your family. And
If they squeeze your boobs and
Right.
talk
I
about
actually
your
don't care.
sexual upbringing.
fair.
This is a family that I would say, yeah, fuck them.
Genuinely fair, except Jake Ryan's also a fucking creep because he's basically trafficked his girlfriend and
Essentially, yeah.
like didn't care about where she ended up.
Zach, can
And
you sing a
then-
song about fucking your family?
I was
actually?
gonna say because
Yeah, effing your F.
so that's why the Cusacks, because
Okay.
they were the real moral center of this movie. That's why they did so
Honestly.
well going forward from that. Jesus Christ.
All right, Zach, fucking your
F your
family.
F.
That's the song topic.
Uh,
I better hear daddy's favorite of this.
You got it rhyme, daddy, grandpa. Yeah.
the daddy.
Okay, but also don't forget about your chorus
And the brother.
Yeah.
and skid marks.
Okay, wait. So hold on. We got
Get
the
it
brother.
right.
We've got
Yeah, write it down on your pile of posters.
Boobies.
boobies,
Boobies,
skid
brothers.
marks.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And no racism.
Daddy.
none at all.
Racism.
I don't even have a gong, so that.
Oh God, that.
Although if
John-
you had one, I
Pulled
would
that
say
out, I
throw
would
it in.
shit my pants twice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sure, why not? Whoa. Okay.
Sorry.
There's so much content. And,
I know that feeling when you're overwhelmed. You go to
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Wanted it to ring.
Okay. We're gonna do this. All right. Yeah. There's a lot of things in this movie.
Oh my gosh, you psyched yourself out.
I'm so nervous that
You're
okay.
gonna say something
It's okay.
terrible.
like literally everything about this is so like how about
Just start with fuck. Yeah.
don't rape people.
Yeah.
You gotta get consent.
I love that.
When you fuck,
Okay, we'll bring you back.
when you fuck, yeah, get consent when you fuck. Be like the Cusacks.
Yeah.
They were nerdy then, but they're cool now.
That was
I
excellent.
love that. I
Yeah.
really
Like the
felt
way-
like there is a line with skid marks and Cusacks, but I don't actually think that rhymes.
Could've
Um,
worked.
All right, home stretch.
Okay, home stretch.
I'm nervous.
So F your family. The dad sees her leave and he's like,
Good.
Yeah.
go. And he honestly is like, go for it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I hate my other daughter.
He's
so
like,
just
listen,
leave.
this whole family is a
Shithole, go. And so she drives off with Jake Ryan and they end up back at his place, sitting on a glass table with a cake
Stupid.
in the middle. No
Okay,
reason for
cake.
there's no reason that they're sitting on the table.
Right.
It's fully just for the shot. They're sitting on a glass dining room table. And
Because it's nice and reflecty.
So unhelpful.
he's such a creep. He's like, happy birthday, Samantha. And he says something creepy here too, or he does something creepy. I don't remember, but basically they kiss.
Birthday, Samantha.
Happy birthday, Samantha.
It's like, what have you guys been talking about? This is probably so
Right.
weird.
Did we
Oh,
cut
you know,
into?
Chaucer and
I am-
Keats.
You know what? At this point, as anything that's just not racism or sexism or like any of that, I think it's fine.
That's actually the one thing he talks as if he's like, I want like an intellectual girl, but they don't
he's-
ever show that Samantha's like any deeper
Smart.
than any other girl than
Oh
there. So you're
no!
like,
This is the
No.
whole. If you're not gorgeous, then you better be
Must
fucking
be
smart. You gotta be.
You have
And
to.
and it's also the final shot is them kissing, and
Fuck off.
and fucking man.
Cake
Wait, so
fuck.
they-
16
they do
candles.
it on a cake.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god.
I think probably they do it on the cake, yeah.
yeah.
Parts of the cake definitely gets on
Because she
them, I'll
definitely
tell you
talks
that.
about doing sex.
Sexing.
doing the sex with,
having sex.
with
doing
JR.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
She definitely talks about it a lot, and I think that's probably the payoff is sex on a cake on a glass table. On a glass table.
Right.
If I was a mom and I come downstairs and they're on my glass table,
Turn the lights on. Get the fuck off my glass table, you little
Right.
shitheads.
Yeah.
And that's the whole movie.
That's it. Yeah.
That was stupid.
It's so racist and
Yes.
bad.
Yeah, this is still a classic. It's still a classic to some people.
Nobody is watching it. No one's actually watched it. They just hear the title and they're like, I think that's a classic. Yeah, I remember. That's
It's
a
gotta
classic.
it's gotta be because the John Hughes era was huge. And I also remember like when growing up there was so much like Molly Ringwald
Molly Ringwald.
fanfare that I think it's just tacked onto that, but nobody actually sits down
Right.
and watches this one.
Right. That's what I'm
They don't.
feeling
And it's
too.
bad. It's so fucking bad. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like I've never seen Weird Science, but I feel like
never
this
seen
movie's
Weird Science
worse
either.
than that, and that's about two nerds building the perfect woman robot.
No.
oh my!
I thought that was like a
Anthony Michael C. Hall's in that
Mechanics
as
for
well.
Kids.
Okay,
I thought that's what it was.
I did too. I thought it was what's the other
like
one where
that.
they watch old things and
Oh,
They-
that's not
Science,
Weird
r-
Mystery
something-
Science Theater.
there it is. I thought it was that. You know what too?
So wrong.
John Hughes, you need to be put in a facility,
A cell.
You need to be
You need
locked
some
away.
sort of assistance.
I mean,
Is he dead?
isn't he locked into his urn? I don't know.
Well, R.I.P.
boy,
but-
you better.
R.I.P. But also, why did you write this fucking shit?
Who allowed that?
You know-
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is 83% on a Rotten
Oh yeah,
Tomatoes.
the Wikipedia first line is was, so he's dead.
Ay. Okay. Well, R.I.P. But also, straight up, don't write this shit. So that's
No.
that's 16 Candles, and
Yeah.
wow,
Upset.
what a sort of heavy burden that I've brought on sort of all of you here, and
Right.
I'm just so happy to have been able to do that.
Glad that happened too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Thanks.
what'd you think of that, Alika?
I'm bothered. I'm so
Yeah.
unsettled, and it bothers me more so because I feel that I want to watch it. I know I'm gonna have to at some point, but it
Yes.
makes me upset with all the information I've been given. I'm still like, I need to see it. It's like a fairy tale. It's like there's no way
Yeah.
this exists.
It's
I need proof.
Yeah, it's a bit of a car accident. It's a car wreck, a train wreck. It's, you know what? They do have a warning at the beginning, which I was
No.
appreciative of. It's like this film, basically the warning's like, this film is fucked.
No.
Like one
What?
of those old
When did
Disney cartoon ones.
Yes, they have
for
the
a
same
1980s
one.
John
Yeah.
Hughes.
Yes,
From
it
like
says
a streaming thing or from like an actual
From
like,
Crave.
physical relief.
From
okay,
someone.
yeah, so-
whatever the new
Yeah,
thing
No,
no,
was.
just-
just the actual theatrical release. John
Yeah,
Hughes,
yeah,
we
yeah,
better
yeah.
put a warning about
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
shit I put in this.
Wow.
They John Hughes like, I'm gonna fuck up a lot of people with this one. But it genuinely is like there are racist and historical and inaccurate, like it's like a
Right.
full-fledged warning.
Wow.
It's a warning too. It's a warning.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right.
I know. And you know what? That's
How
Molly
come
Ringwald.
no one's apologizing for this? This is the thing.
I don't know.
With all the cancel culture going around, like, why is no one apologizing?
Well, John
for
Hughes
these
died.
films
He
yet?
was canceled permanently.
Yeah.
Not-
yeah.
Not by popular demand.
I also know, like, it's so crazy. I never got into Molly Ringwald, like fanfare, like craziness. But I did watch one summer when I was very depressed and unemployed, all of Secret Life of the American Teenager, which is, I think, the worst show on television. It's genuinely, it's not a TV show.
She plays the mom in that show.
Oh,
And that was my foray into Molly Ringwald.
okay.
Isn't that weird? And then I
Odd.
watched all of her classics.
Very
Yeah.
odd.
And I was like, I still don't get it, but I appreciate that people did at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of this, all I've got to say is nobody go watch it. It's not worth it. Watch
Right.
YouTube clips of it to just
Yeah.
get a feel
Get the
for
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Of all the worst
I'll be
scenes.
watching it.
You're like, oh, I will be watching
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah. Flip it around. You come back like, I actually really loved it.
Like,
I'm huge.
So
I'm a
mad.
huge
Hughes head now.
I'd be so mad.
Well, Alenka, how many extremely racist gongs do you give this movie?
No, I almost just said something so awful too.
That always
I just
happens.
want to fill every white-dominated high school in America of gongs. Fill them with gongs. I don't know if this is good or bad.
Is it a
Actually,
high?
Yeah.
I
high
can't
score,
tell.
Or is it a?
I mean, this movie gets a lot of racist gongs.
A lot of gongs.
But that's
Yeah.
a low score.
Yes, yeah, I
Well,
like
you
that
don't,
actually.
You don't want the high
It's
guy.
low.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want
you want a high
gong.
gong count.
You want a
That's
low
our new
grade.
rating system for how racist the
High
movie
gongs.
is.
Yes.
How many
Oh,
gongs?
What's the high gong count?
Like,
I can't believe that. I feel like that would just piss me off so much.
It almost pisses you off on like a storytelling level. Like,
Right.
we don't need it every
Right.
time.
Right.
Once
that's
was
what I'm talking
enough.
about. Yeah.
every element of this film, you go, we don't
Yeah.
need this. We really never needed
Every
this.
part of it.
Every single part.
Yeah,
The whole thing, honestly, toss
Yeah.
it.
Except for the Cusacks. We can keep the Cusacks.
That would have been
We
a
love
way
the
better movie.
Yeah. John and Joan fall in love, brother and sister.
Okay, actually, honestly, not off
Problematic,
brand.
but you know, let's fucking grasp
Let's
onto
do it.
that.
There, we Clueless, Cruel Intentions.
Right.
We've
Oh,
got 'em,
yeah.
right?
Heard
But
about
it's the
this.
Cusacks,
Oh, I want to see that movie.
the Cusacks and
Good.
Cruel Intentions. Holy shit!
I don't know it.
Headgear and all.
Oh, babies. Well, I don't know. Thanks for having me to talk about
Yeah,
this.
thank you for
Yes.
coming on. If people want to
Destroying.
follow you, listen to
Yeah.
your podcast, where can they do that?
Well, my podcast is called 30 Going on 13, and we do sort of similar, but not at all, because these are movies that we've seen and love, and we don't have a lovely Alenka with us. But yeah, so it's called 30 Going 13. You can follow that on Instagram. We are at 30 Going 13. On Twitter, we are at 30 Going 13. We have a TikTok where I get bullied by teens. I would just search that. And then me on Instagram, I'm Madaloons, and my name is Maddie Foley. And, you know, whatevs, follow it on whatever. And message me. I love messages.
We love a message.
Awesome. Yeah. And you can follow us on Haven't Seen a Podcast on Facebook and Insta at Haven't Seen a Podcast, and on Twitter at haven't_seen_it. And we have our
Nice.
website that has the list of all the movies Alenka hasn't seen and all our episodes. So go check that out. For sure. Oh, and we have a TikTok that hopefully I'll post more. of.
Okay, you have
We want
to.
to get bullied by teens.
Yeah, I want to get.
That's when we know we've made
I say
it.
that. Yeah, your haters
Stomp
or your
on my head,
motivators.
teens.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
We love an
exactly.
angry teen.
Uh,
Well, are we gonna plug Zach? Do we do that?
It's just increasing.
Not usually. I just
No, we
play
don't.
some outro music.
yeah, he likes playing outro. Yeah.
Good. I mean, on that note, guys, don't be fucking useless people that are racist
Yeah.
and sexist and just rage on sex.
Love it.
Do better. On that note, just do better.
Do better.
I don't wanna watch this movie.
No, I don't
Wanna watch
watch
the
this
movie.
movie. Don't.
As you walk on by.
La 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 la.
Play a gong.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.